anything else. This chunky thing. It's maybe too chunky. See what I've done there? If you can see, I've taken that so that it wraps right round the corner of there. Hope you could see that. I like how that even looks from the side. Chunky things sticking out. Looks good. I even think it looks nice just like that without painting over it or doing anything else to it. I just like things all jumbled up and stuck together. I think that would look good. Oh, hear the funny bird? Do it again. Now mention that it stopped. That's the wattle bird. I was talking about that in my raven video. And I wanted to show it to you. When I went to try and film it the other day, it stopped, like it's done now. I'm just playing with this to try and decide whether I want something else in there before I glue that down. It's a little piece of a spring. How does this look? Oh, come on. It's been difficult. That didn't work. Maybe not. I don't know. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so if I stick this down, it's got to go under the watch there and just touch it there. So I'll put some glue on it and hope for the best. Oops, no, I want glue just on the edge here. Please go into place nicely. Thank you. Now we'll take these glue strings off. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Little key. I should save some things for this side. I might run out of stuff to use. I better do something else on here. Well, here's some more of those little things that come off. I've forgotten what that's called. It's part of the computer. I can't remember. Power board, is it? No, it's not the power board. It's not the motherboard, or maybe. Ooh, it's so hot I could see steam coming off that. And I think I put way too much glue. across here. Try it with my left hand. Oh, oh dear. And then mucking around again. There. I could hear the wattle bird, but I think it was a bit too faint for the camera. A very funny sounding bird. This is fun, but it takes a long time. Oops, that didn't work. Oh, what a shame. Maybe I need to use the other glue. Put some on here. That might work better. Ah dear. Ooh, what's that going now? Helicopter, I think. It's quite noisy. It's a plane. Put the lid back on the glue, or it'll dry up. Got these little bits of wire. I've got some copper, very thin copper wire, and then some even thinner wire that came out of the cord of the mouse I pulled apart. And I've also got some copper wire and some red wire, and I just coiled them up. So I think I'll stick those on things as well. They're cute. Funny thing, I made a squiggle out of copper wire. Just playing around with it. I might cut some of that off. I could stick that somewhere. It just looks a bit weird. Maybe not. Piece of plastic. But something in the middle. I've got these beads. I don't know whether I want to use those or. Oh gosh, runs out fast. What else do I have? Piece of broken ring. I just want to stay there. It's on an angle. Silly me. Did I stick? No, it didn't work. It's come undone. I have to use the other glue again. No. Maybe it's not working on the Mod Podge paper, because that's the second time something's come off and the glue has been stuck hard to the actual item, but it's come off the paper. That's interesting. I hope I'm not going to have a problem with other things coming off as well. I'll use some of this glue. Wrong way. Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter which way. Put some more glue there. It's not working. String, string, string. I want something up there. What about this key? A little, oops, a little key. I can't have it. Oh, that thing is not going to stay. Come on. Do as told. It's not exactly where I wanted it, but that's still alright. Maybe do that. I've got any more of those bolt things. Too much. I have had some people go past and sort of look, because there's a tiny gap in one of the dahlia bushes and a rose bush, and if they're sort of peering around in the garden they can actually see in here. I've had a few people smile at me. It'd be alright if I didn't have the light on, but I think because the light's on and the curtains pulled back they can see. Ooh, that's hot. I can see the steam. Oh, stay like that. That works good. I like things on an angle rather than just being stuck flat down. Show you. Give you another peek at it. Takes quite a long time. Another button from jeans. This one's Adidas. I'd have something different. What about this chunky thing? I think maybe that's too chunky. Save that for the other side. I'm going to run out of these washers. They're very handy though. Oh, what a bird. It kind of goes, ah, ah. No, I can't do it. It goes, ah, 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 ah. I'm hoping it's making sounds. Come on. Just change the batteries. I think I've bumped you in a little bit closer. I'm not sure. Oh, I can see lots of strings. Where was I? Just did that. About one of these. Some chain. Let's do the chain. Oops. Do the chain later on. Got some screws. I don't know if I want to put lots of little bits all over that or not. What about some of this? That is hard to cut. Oh, got stuck in my glove. It wasn't as hard to cut yesterday. I don't know if I like that or not. It's a bit sharp. Maybe not. That's pretty cool. I really like that piece. That's awesome. I got this really big one too. Love this. I don't know where to put it. I don't know whether to use it or not, or whether to hoard it for something else. It's kind of... Sorry, I'm just grabbing my shoes and my chair's creaking. Yeah, it's kind of special, and I'm thinking I want to use it on something more special. I don't know what. Oh, there's a raven. Maybe I could just leave this side not as chunky as this side. They don't have to both be chunky. What about some of these coloured bits? Maybe I could put them on later after I've coloured everything else, because I want those colours to remain and they'd be too hard to... Although I was thinking I could do what the usual thing is to gesso over stuff, and then I could use a baby wipe to wipe off the parts I wanted to keep, and do the same with the paint. That might work actually, because then they'd be covered around and then you'd have the parts that you want showing out. I think that might work nicely. This is coming up. I glued this down this morning because it started peeling up, and it's done it again. Just while I can see that, I will quickly fix that with a bit of Mod Podge. Oops. Of course I get stuff everywhere else. Stick down. Where's the water jar? Yeah, I think I will stick that there. I like that. Give it a fair bit of glue. Come on, come out. Oh, shush. Oops. That's pretty. I like that piece. What about you guys in here? I do want to have some of the music paper exposed as well. I don't want to cover it all up because I think that looks nice. But we'll see how it goes. In terms of what else was I going to put there? I've forgotten and I can't find it. Was it the screw? Yeah. Oh well. If not, it's going there now anyway. Oh. Gee, that glue set already. That was quick. Come on. Not exactly how I wanted it, but it's there now. Oh goodness me, come on. My hubby's watching the football at the moment, and he's just watching a couple of other teams play, not the team that he follows. They play later this evening. Oops, I moved it. Yeah, his team are the Geelong Cats, and they play tonight. and he'll be watching that, and he's got a little ritual where he buys himself a little packet of chips, Pringles. Buys himself a packet of Pringles and he'll eat them while he watches the game. And why it's become a ritual is that each time he has he calls them chips or chippies. Whenever he has his chips, his team wins. And if he doesn't have them, if he forgets to buy them, his team loses. And last week when they were playing, the game was halfway through and his team was getting beaten really badly, and he said, oh, you know why it is, it's because I don't have my chips. And I said, well, why don't you run up to the shop quickly while they are on their half-time break and get some. So as he dashes up there and grabs his chips and comes back, and then sure enough his team wins, even though they were being completely thrashed. So now he's like, oh, I can't forget the chips, I've got to get the chips so we can win. It's just something a little bit funny. So yeah, I said to him before, I said, oh, are you sure you got your chips this time? And he held them up and he said, yep, I'm all prepared. I don't really follow the football. I used to when I was younger, but I kind of lost interest. So yeah, I'd rather be crafting than watching that. But I will, you know, if he wants me to keep him company and chat to him, I'll sit with him for a while and watch a bit of it, but I won't watch the whole thing. It's usually more interesting towards the end, and especially if there's a close game and you don't know who's going to win until the last minute. That's really a lot more interesting than one side getting completely thrashed by the other. It's quite boring. Not a lot of action. It's only a one-sided thing. Oh, I just stuck that and realised that might not work because it didn't work for that one. That one's still loose. That other glue hasn't set. That's why. Yeah, I like how that's going. I might now flip over and work on the other side, because I'm worried I might run out of things if I use them all on this side. So I'll set up what I want to do on the other side, and then I can share the rest of the little bits that are left over between the two sides. I didn't work out where this came from, except that it must have come from up there. So I'll have to look later. Maybe it was in here. Anyway, is that all secure? I hope it is. I have to try not to press down hard. Okay, so for this side I wanted to do something like this, maybe, or this. What about, that's too big, isn't it? If I put that there. Yeah, I want room for other stuff. Oh. You know what I did? Because I had a few of these, and for a long time I hoarded them. Well, I have camera then. I hoarded these because I thought, oh, I'm going to run out and not have any. So what I've done is I've traced around all of them on some cardboard so that I can make some of my own later on, and that way then I can use these and I still have a template to make more. They won't be as thick as this chipboard of course, but they'll still be alright. How does that look? I like it poking out. Okay. And maybe I should put the glue on here. There we go. Where do I put the other one? Here. This one. Opposites. Oops. Very nice. Now, of course, it wouldn't be right for me if I didn't have something with a bird in it. So I've got this metal piece with a little bird in the centre. I want to use that one over here. I'm not sure how I'm going to stick him because it's hollow on that side, so I've only got a few places where it actually touches here. Hang on, I need to see, have the bird balanced like that. So it's probably these two parts here. See if that works. Oops. Please stay on. I want you to stay on. I'll shove some glue under here. Well, unfortunately the bird's a little bit off centre, but at least it's stuck down alright, so I shall have to accept that. This thing, whenever I put it down, it moves backwards and makes that funny noise. Alright, what else do I have? Got some little more plastic coggy bits. Maybe they'll stick out too much. Now, that's right. What I wanted to do, I've got these little mirrors that my husband got me a while ago, and I was thinking I'd like to stick one of those in with some modelling paste. So I might as well use them. They've been sitting in the cupboard for over a year. modelling paste out. Oh, more glue string. I was thinking I'd like to sort of have it sitting up. I don't know about those then. That's something else, metal. Let's see what I can figure out, because I want it propped up, but I want it to look good as well. I don't just want it sitting there on its own. I don't want that to be too chunky either. I'm going to fiddle with this for a bit. It's a cuff link. I don't know. What can I do? I could do that with the bead. I don't want it sticking up too much. I don't know. No, it's not really what I want. Oops. I have to go that way. So we have to go that way. This little piece of gem stuff. Yeah, that'll probably work. What's this over here? is that? Oh, I pulled a watch apart, and that must be the mechanism from it. Now I've got a few watch faces, but I don't think I want, because I've already got one watch on there. I don't want to use them. I'd rather use the mirror. So stand up and have a look. It's going to be upright. Oh, sit down. Crazy thing. Look a bit like a shark's tooth. There goes Mr. Raven. Oh. Sit down before I fall down. I'll take that off for a minute. Alright, so the idea is to get some modelling paste and make a mess. It's going to take quite a while to dry. Should have used that clay. That would have worked. Still got heaps of that left, which will need to be used up. Right, better clean this up. Oh dear. Oops, I didn't put that back on.